Good morning. Last night I ended up staying in a little village. Found a little car park that was tucked away behind the road. I didn't hear a single car come past for the whole night, and now I've got that new kit, new pillows, new sleeping bag. I slept so much better. But today we're going to be heading out of this village over to Conwy, which is about 10 minutes drive. I'm going to find a coffee shop and do a bit of work as well. Maybe get the Starlink set up. So let's hop in the car and let's get to Conwy. So that car just came out of the bit I was going to drive into. Guess you can drive in there, but it just didn't look like you should. It's quite a small gap. So here we are by the quay, and it's actually quite a few sailboats. Really big one here, actually. We'll have a look at it. The sun's rising. The sun looks massive today, if you can see it back there. Of course you can see it. It's massive. This must be a fisherman's boat. This one, it's a really big sailboat. See the mast? Oh, scared that little bird, sorry. Bird is really screaming. Looks a bit unloved, that boat. Maybe it's been forgotten, just left there. But yeah, this is really cool, like being able to see the quay, the boat, sun's rising over there, over the hill. And then we've got these castles and stuff on the right, or like ruins, I guess. And then the castle is actually back there. Hello. Can't tell if they're being friendly or not. I think I want some bread. I haven't got anything. Thought they were going to try and nip me then. Conwy Castle was built by Edward I. Although I don't know why they say it was built just by him, because obviously it took a lot of people to do that. But yeah, it's classed as a World Heritage Site, and it's a medieval fortress. So pretty impressive. And you can see it, some of it behind me. And then, yeah, this side we've got the boats, sailboats. I think there's a suspension bridge. So we're on a bridge of some sort here. But yeah, on the other side, there's like a bridge that's going across there. Seeing these boats really makes me want to go sailing. I don't know if I mentioned on the channel before, but something I started doing recently is learning to sail. So that's a mix of dinghy sailing and also bigger boat sailing as well. So the idea is one day, one of these adventures we'll be doing out on a boat rather than a car. So that would be cool. So that's the castle. I think we should go and see if we can see any more of it. And then maybe we can check out what is referred to as the smallest house in Britain, which apparently is in Conwy. So all right, let's go. So that was the smallest house, and it looks small, but I'm sure I've lived in places smaller than that. We're going to go through one of the walls, medieval walls, and these are around the whole of the town, and then we can walk up. I think we're going to go to the coffee shop, we're going to do some work, and then we're going to be heading northwest. And then tonight we are at the Airbnb. So like, I like sleeping in my car. I actually slept really well yesterday, but some nights I just want a bit more luxury, you know. So that was a small bit of Conwy. That walk through the quay and the marina was like really chill. Now we're going to be heading further out. I found a Costa, my favourite. So we're going to go. It opens at 7:30. So by the time we get there, it'll be open. And it's in Bangor. So I'm thinking we'll go to a Costa, which you can see here, get on their Wi-Fi, do some work for a few hours. And then we will go up into this bit. So maybe Anglesey, somewhere here. I'd like to go somewhere pretty remote. And then we'll get the Starlink set up and we'll do some work in the car, but somewhere nice and scenic. And around 4 o'clock, we can check into the Airbnb. So we'll go there, check in, and then once I'm there, I'm going to be just working like flat out for the next however many hours and to go to bed. So let's head up north and see what we find. Oh, and there's a supercharger around somewhere. After the coffee, I'll figure out where it is, and then we'll probably hit it on the way back, so we can get the most amount of battery topped up before we head to the B&B. Because from that point, I think there aren't any superchargers that close by, but we're not really going to be driving anywhere too far. We should be fine without needing to go to a supercharger after this point. But 166 now. We used about 11% of battery in camp mode overnight, which is less than last time. And yeah, I was pretty comfortable the whole night. All right, let's head out. See you later, Conwy. I think we're going in the tunnel. Actually, you know what? I think a few years back, maybe like 5 years ago, I remember driving down this road and there was a really bad storm happening. And then I think the sea was like smashing up on the side here, and then there was really heavy rain and wind. Yeah, it was awful. I just remembered that. I think because it was so intense. Like now I'm here again. Yeah, I remember. Right in the tunnel, do 70 out there. You can see the Ferris wheel. That's where we were yesterday. We come all the way around, and yeah, from here we can see the exact bit where we were, which is cool. Across the water. So just parked up and head into this high street now, where I think the Costa should be pretty much right here. Did about an hour's work in the Costa, and it just wasn't a great one. It was all right, and the staff were lovely, they're really nice. But I just was finding it hard to concentrate because it was pretty noisy in there. And yeah, there was just some strange stuff going on. The Wi-Fi was so slow. It was just painful. Like stuff wasn't loading. So it was really hard to do my work. So I decided to leave there, come back to the Tesla and then do some work in the car. There was also some other customers near me that were on trying to use their laptops, and they were literally smashing their fists on the keyboard because they were getting so frustrated that they couldn't load anything. Then I started hotspotting off my phone, which was working better. Yeah, the whole thing was just like a lot. So I've come to the car, it's a lot quieter. I'll get this Starlink set up, and then yeah, I'm going to crack out a few hours work, and then we're going to head up northwest. Not sure where exactly yet, but we'll go further up and check out some more beautiful scenery. Then we'll go to the Supercharger, and then we'll go to the B&B. All right, let's get the Starlink set up. I've plugged the Starlink in, and now it is looking to find the right satellite. It's optimizing connection. It's connected. We normally have to rotate it once it's figured out what way around it is. So let's let it do that. Alignment. So yeah, it's figuring out what orientation it's at already. And then once it's done that, we can move it if we need to. And then we'll, let's do a speed test, and we can compare the Wi-Fi we're getting from this Starlink plugged into the Tesla with the Wi-Fi we were just getting in the coffee shop. All right, so we're connected, but it's saying that we should turn it to get a better alignment. So I'll do that in a second. Let's go do that now. So it's saying that the tilt is incorrect. So I couldn't figure out how else to tilt. Let's see what speed we get based on where it's at now. 80. I've had a lot faster, but that's still fast. Let's check out the upload as well. Yeah, so connection is still looking good, but I wonder what's up with the tilt or how I change that. Downloading an update as well. One thing that I thought might be quite good to get would be a desk for the car. So something that hooks onto the steering wheel, because right now when I'm using my laptop, it's just on my lap and it keeps sliding down, and it's just not ideal for working. Okay, I got a good few hours of work done. I was using the Starlink and I was able to do some calls as well over it, and the connection is so good. There's no lag, no latency. I'd almost say it's better than my home internet, home Wi-Fi. If you're considering doing like travel and working at the same time, then I would definitely recommend getting a Starlink. The roam is half price in the UK at the moment, and the data is expensive, but when you compare it to getting cell phone data and the value and quality of it compared to cell phone, I feel like it is worth it just about. I've just been to M&S. I got something relatively healthy to eat later. We are now going to head off to the next location. It's called the South Stack near Holyhead. Apparently it's got a really cool lighthouse and cliffs, and yeah, just generally a cool place to go. It's 45 minutes drive. We're going to set off now. We'll get there about 11:30, and then we'll check it out, see what's going on. Then next thing is Supercharger and Airbnb. All right, let's go. I just noticed there's a warning that's come up on the Tesla saying strong winds expected, but I think we'll be fine in the car. So we're heading out of Bangor now, which is where we've just been, Bangor, and we're going to drive right across over the water here. Can you go past, what is this place? Lamfair Pilgrim. That was my attempt to say that. Going past a place called Star, all the way up right to the top northwest to a place called South Stack. And then I guess there's a lighthouse. So we're going to try and get to have a look at that. And then I believe this is the Irish Sea. And then let's zoom out a bit just to get an idea of where we're going. So yesterday we started off in Manchester, and then we came and we stayed around here. And then this morning we've head from here to Bangor. Now we're going up to Holyhead, and this has got to be the tip of Wales, I guess. It looks to me like the most northerly bit. There's a tiny bit up here, but the most northwesterly bit. And it's, saying 44 minutes. So we'll get there about 11, park up, probably get the Starlink up again if we find a good spot, see what the situation is with parking, have some lunch, do some work, and then it'll be the B&B. All right, let's go. Just hit some roadworks, so we're doing about 40 on here. Doesn't look like it's for too long, and then the rest is all looking blue the rest of the way. So we just got to get through these roadworks, and then we'll be smooth sailing. It's feeling more windy, like it's picking up now. You can hear it outside the car. If you look at the trees as well, you can see the wind is starting to batter them a bit. We might not stay here too long if it's really windy, but let's see what's going on. All right, we're coming into Holyhead, is it? I want to say Holyhead, but I think it's Holyhead. And this looks like it's the main town, like the main high street here. Another kind of seaside town vibes. Yeah, this massive truck is trying to squeeze through here. It's very colourful, lots of different coloured houses. All right, we're away from the digger. I mean, not the digger, away from the truck. 10 minutes still. Let's get there. There's some hikers going up to the spot, so that's a good sign. There must be something worth looking at if these guys are hiking up. It's cool coming here and not actually knowing exactly what to expect, or I haven't really looked at any of the like pictures online. Very brief information, so I know that there's this lighthouse and other things, but that's it. The sea, I just saw a glimpse of the sea. It looks really choppy on that side. I wonder if I have to pay for parking. Probably. So this is the second car park we're going past. But it's telling me to go all the way down to South Stack, so I might keep going if I can, if the road's open. Yeah, but maybe they fill up the further back you get. These ones might all be full. Let's go have a look. It's a road anyway. Looks really windy. Little car park here too. Okay, let's see where we can park. I guess here. Maybe we just got their spot. Sticking out a little bit, but alright, let's go see what the score is. Oh, bloody hell. Oh my god. I was in the rain for about 2 seconds. Oh, it actually tastes salty. You can taste the salt water from the rain. In fact, my door was open for like a second and it's absolutely drenched. So that just shows you like how heavy this rain is. We need to do Supercharger and we need to go to the Airbnb. We can't check in there till 4 o'clock. So we need to kill some time. Now, I'm thinking we head somewhere else. I had a few other places that we could go. I've not got a very good signal here. What I might do, let me see if I can get it on the car. Landing, how long? It was an hour to get there. Where's the supercharger? 30 minutes. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking to be on the safe side, because the last thing I want to do is run out of charge. That is probably the worst thing that can happen when I'm doing these trips and these adventures, because we're stranded, and we won't have any, it's self-explanatory, but we won't have any heating in the car. It'd just be a nightmare. So what I'm going to do is go to the supercharger first, fill up to the top, and then maybe the weather will have got nicer by then, and we can also connect to the Wi-Fi or the Starlink or something, and we can figure out what our next move is. I saw the lighthouse in the distance, and I went to something called Ellen Tower, and then the RSPB seemed to have a really big presence here, and there were so many bird watchers, like binoculars, proper professional cameras as well. So I think they must get some really rare and cool birds here. And I heard them saying that the dolphins come and stuff like that. So very cool. Okay, let's go. Let's get to these superchargers. We will top up the battery. All right, let's go. Proper washout coming out of here. My hat actually got blown away at one point, so I had to grab it. What are they doing? Wait for me. I tuck it. Okay, get these wipers on. I'm gonna get soaked. Oh, his dog. Oh, his dog was drenched. So yeah, half an hour. We're at the Supercharger, Anglesey. Supercharger, Anglesey. And then I think I'll have some lunch there as well. Let's get out of it. It's very stormy now. Not nice. Thanks, man. Here we are, we're coming off from this junction. We're only a minute away and it looks like there's 11 chargers free. So we should have plenty of options and then we'll take it from there and figure out what to do next. It's a really nice view of these mountains. I think they're the ones that we saw yesterday from Llandudno, how we say it. And when we were at the top of Great Orr, I'm guessing. But yeah, it's a really nice mountain range. Oh, is this place? It's a very modern looking building. Oh, I see the chargers. Yeah, they're at the back there. There we go. Oh no, we've got a nice view of the mountains too. Right, let's get it on charge. Okay, so green light's on, which means it's charging. There you go. It's only saying 35 minutes. All right, time for some lunch now. We're gonna have this healthy looking thing. Hope it's nice. Some of it looks a little worse for wear. Let's give it a go. All right, we're charged up 100%. So let's go head out of this supercharger. And then next up, we're gonna be going to Tesco's, get some supplies, and then I guess hang around for a bit because there's still 3 hours until we can actually check in to the Airbnb. Random place to wash your car. But yeah, all right, let's go. So it's 10 minutes to get to the Tesco's, or actually 8 minutes. Pretty busy. Going this way, just park up around here for a bit. In that car in front, alarm is going off, it looks like. So it says we can stay up to 3 hours, which is good. All right, let's go and get some stuff to eat later. Okay, back in the car. I've gone and got some food to have at the Airbnb over the next few days. And then I've also just picked up a meal deal as well. You can't beat a meal deal. So this smashed onion barge and chickpea for lunch, Boost, Duo, I love this bar, and then Monster, of course, stay caffeinated. There's so many seagulls around. I'm gonna have this, and then I'm gonna find a nicer area to do some work, like out of a car park. And then we've got about 2 hours now until we can check in. Okay, so I've had a bit more to eat. I was just watching some Netflix on the Tesla screen, and then I'm now gonna head off to the B&B area. It's still like an hour and a half before I can actually check in. 10 minutes and we'll be at the village where the B&B is. All right, out we go. Bye Tesco's. Thanks for the meal deal. Just looking for a place to park up for a bit, and I found this quarry. Massive pile of stones here. It almost looks like you can drive into it, but I feel like it'll be closed off or gated or something. We'll get a good view though. It's really big. There's horses out there. 3 horses. Wow, it's cool. And here's a dead end. See what the sign says. Footpath down there. Oh, here's a turning point now. What does the sign say? Danger. Blasting takes place in this quarry between 8 AM to 6 PM. Explosives. All right, let's turn around in this bit, and then reverse here to the blasting zone. Let's have a look at these signs and see if we think we can set up the office here for an hour. And I'm wondering if maybe we can just set up a Starlink for a bit and do some work here. Let's see. Does it look like cars come through very often? There's not really any heavy tire. Pretty unlikely that anyone's going to want to come through it. So what I'm going to do is, grab my laptop, set up the Starlink, and then do some work for a bit while we wait for the B to open. All right, it's 4:minute, and I think this is the B. So it says there's path you follow around field to get to the barn. I think the barn's up there, and then should be a parking space by the barn. So that's what we're looking for. And then it's got the usual setup with the lockbox to get in. So it might be that. It's probably that little thing there. And then, it says some sort of parking space. But we are perfect timing. 4:minute. It said there's a parking space by the barn, which I think must be this. But it is. And then there's a charger if we want it. But I think if you want to charge, you have to let them know, because they're going to do a meter reading beforehand. And they said to be careful of this stone path. So this is the main living room, kitchen bit, got a cooker, fridge freezer. Oh, look at that, little treat in. It's now 8 PM at the Airbnb. I've had a little bite to eat, and now I'm thinking of just winding down for the rest of the day. And then tomorrow we will be heading out and doing some more exploring of North Wales. I was thinking about doing Snowdon, but it takes out a big chunk of the day, and here it can get crazy busy, and the weather doesn't look that great either. So I might have a look at some other mountain ranges that are nearby instead. Maybe less popular, but also less busy, and I'm sure they'll be just as beautiful. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.